Hello students, welcome to my class today. As we have already completed the geography part, but today suppose you have got any questions on the chapters which I have completed, then you could arrange according to your inconveniences, especially questions which is not understood, or maybe you need some doubts, or you need some kind of like explanation on different events that I have explained you in different chapters. So you can just prepare those questions and just you put forward me. Then whatever the chapters that I have taken, especially the new portions of the chapter 13, 14 of the history, which is very important from the exam point of view. So I would like to ask you to make sure that all those chapters that I have taken in the live class, or rather I have sent you also some videos on that. So I would like to urge you to repeat those videos, and suppose you need you had suppose you found any of the areas that is some information is hidden, then you post it and then you repeat it and you listen it and then you get the answers and all. Then also there are some of the portion you may get from the your books, so you can read through. And while writing the answers and all, it's very important that there should be the name of the person, then which year the event has been occurred, and then which place, and by whom the things happened. So all these things, suppose you mention in one answer, then your answer becomes the correct one. Means you will be given the marks. So therefore, to get the proper answers, first of all you need to have a better understanding on the chapters, and once you have the better understanding on chapters, then you will get the clear concept. So when the concept is clear, it's very simple to score the marks in the examination. So here just I would like to ask you, suppose the bigger answers are there, you read through, and in your own way you can what call like a mold it, you can mold it, and then you can digest, and you can what call like you can make your own. It means the answers that you will be making, not the beating around the bush, out of the context, you should not answer. When the question is asking you, you answer that question. You can mold your answers, you can modify the answers. So whatever the answers that you have got, perhaps those way, that is the way actually you can perform. It means you mold it, you motivate it, and you modify it, and you have to put the events, the person, the year. So these are the very important factors that is required for the answers, and your answer nobody will be cutting to reduce your marks. Okay, so this is the technique you can apply. Second thing, you have to say that the book that you are reading, so whatever the new chapters, for example, we have completed, those new chapters you need to read through the paragraphs, and paragraphs when you read through, you always focus and you underline, especially the events, the name, the years, the places, is it not? So those are the areas you need to focus for. So to get the proper marks and all, if you can bring those especially ideas, then teacher is miss, he will not think that this answer is incorrect. The teacher will give you the marks. So it is very natural. So those things you have to keep in mind. Therefore, reading the chapters and getting understood by all the event that is given there, and then you can digest and you can produce by your own words, then that is actually the correct answers. So here learning by heart, just like a myna and parrot, is not necessary. Yes, certain answers required for the such a kind of like a method, but maximum when you write the history, or maximum when you write any of the parts that we provide you, then these are all actually your own production. It means you can produce your own. Okay, so but I am just telling you, some of the students have last year and the year before have told me that sir, can we write our own? Yes, you can write, but that is the thing I am saying, that you write your own, but there should not be any beating around the bush, because I have seen that they are not giving the point, they are not giving that particular event or account what exactly happened at that time. So they just write something unnecessary sentences and filling up the answers. So don't simply fill up the answers by unnecessary terms and like incidents and other statements and all. So I would like to ask you to read through accurately. So read through accurately, read through, and then you learn it properly, repeat it again and again, and then make sure that every concept is clear, so that you don't require to learn by heart the answers what is given to you. Sometimes there were many ready-made answers, and ready-made answers also doesn't require the exactly if you write. But I just would like to ask you that you must have the different type of this methodology. Especially I am asking you the name of the place, the name of the person, then the year really required, and the incident that happened, and then these are all these factors is very important for the answers. So keep in mind here. So any other then apart from this kind of like answers, again there are some choose the option answers usually we give. Now here is a very important for a person, if he has got very much careful in listening the classes, or he is very much careful in reading the chapters, and gradually when he understands the chapters. For such students, choose the option is very easy. So they don't get confused, because what they have read or what they are reading, they get the answers immediately from the options given there. So therefore students should not that much say that it is out of syllabus. Sometimes when the questions are set in a tricky way, in a winding way, then a student get confused, and that is actually the techniques to write the examination, and that's why the exams are conducted. It is not that exam that only for writing the exam, only for the sake of writing exam is not the exam. It is the exam where students need to strike his brain to get the answers. Otherwise, if everything is according to the what is given, then it is not an exam. So therefore, you have to keep in mind. And besides that, there are some choose the option, or this true and false, then match the following, then 1 mark question, 2 mark questions. There are many of the internal questions are given. So sometimes when you look at the internal questions, then you get confused. So that's why my suggestion is that read through the chapters daily. Whenever you are free, take the book and you just read through, you go through, again and again you go through. And I am very sure that if you do so, you will never be failing in the subjects. And this is not a subject that you need to get a less mark. It is not like that subjects that you will get less mark. So I think today, for example, we see there are many of the students are not caring about their studying. I think when you don't care about your studies, ultimately you are going to suffer. And there is a what called like a kind of like a blame game that you play. Or teacher have not given the answers, or maybe the teacher is not providing the answers, or maybe there are some certain things that are happening where you will be blaming the teacher. But teacher is ultimately is making you understand. And perhaps we are also asking any doubts in the classroom. You can ask the repetition lecture, or you can ask to clear any sort of doubt that you are actually having. So therefore, students, I am not very much like giving you so hard questions. through which you are unable to write. But this is the common sense is very very important here. It means you need to read through the chapters thoroughly, and then you understand the concept, and you need to learn by heart, especially the years, names, and